Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the League of Amazing Adventurers here on Tabletop Rules. So before we get started, I'm going to go through a few announcements. Number one, with introductions of our fabulous guests tonight. Once again, joining us for the third week in a row is Casey and Amy. So say hi, y'all.
Hello.
And go ahead, plug away.
It's your turn this time.
I go first this time?
Yep.
Are we alternating, or am I just going up? Either way, I'm Casey. I'm Case Crusader on the internet, on all of the things. And I am here tonight again.
Fabulous.
And I'm Amy. I'm Amory by the Sea everywhere on the internet. Casey and I have a podcast called Talk Nerdy to Me, Baby. And I highly recommend going to my Instagram and watching him fall on his face.
It's a very funny
Understandable.
video. Highly recommend it. So, another few quick announcements before we do with the regular cast introductions. Number one, this Friday we have the second episode for our prequel series for our D&D 5e stream.
Exciting stuff.
It's going to be a good time. This week I'm joined by Monasia Smith. She's going to play Lucky, a Tabaxi rogue. So that's going to be a fun time, and they're going to be starting out in Mythal, the largest city in the immediate area. Next announcement. Also on Friday, we're going to be launching our Discord. We're going to have a Discord soon, like an actual official Discord, where you can come and interact with all of us and play games with us if we're around. Like Pathfinder 2e, I'm going to be probably running some society stuff on there for fun. So come join that and have some fun with all of that. And we'll be launching that on Friday's stream, so make sure you're there for Friday to check that out. And of course, I would be remiss to also forget to mention the fact that these are all going up on YouTube. Everything's up on YouTube almost. Go follow us on YouTube at Tabletop Rolls. Like and comment if you're watching us on YouTube right now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There's our call to action for the day.
Yeah.
And yeah, so make sure you do that. And of course, make sure to just follow here if you haven't already followed so that you can continue to watch this fabulous story with our fabulous characters, which include the fabulous Chip, played by our graphic designer here at Tabletop Rolls, Matthew. Say hi, Matthew.
Hubris. Hello, everyone.
Fair enough. And of course, we have the wonderful and fabulous artist who does all the artwork here, McKenna. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, yep, that's me. I'm McKenna, and I do art stuff, and I'm really excited about the game tonight.
McKenna, do you have any sort of social media for all your artwork?
Nope, not really. No, I'm kidding. I have a Twitter and a TikTok for my art. Both are at McKenna Ray Art. I do need to get an Instagram, though, because that's kind of what Instagram is for.
Not me, cackling briefly.
And then directly below McKenna is our current Coop Troop leader, head of the Cooper cult, Cooper.
We love the Cooper cult. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tabletop Rolls. We're 24 episodes in, and I'm losing all track of time.
Well, that's pretty much everyone. But luckily, it's only been one day on this train so far. But before we get to that, we have our last and final member, our personal ball of chaos, the wonderful Shy, who is wearing a Sailor Moon headband.
Hi! Just your daily reminder, I'm not Filipino, so please stop asking.
And yeah, on that note...
we're
going to have some fun. When we last left our heroes, why, they had just gotten out of quite a sticky situation as a number of Magdian soldiers attacked them after watching a fabulous monster talent show, and before that, fighting a chimera. We rejoined them as they have basically opened the door to their traveling stateroom. Cassandra, who is unfortunately not able to join us tonight, is going to wander into the stateroom, which, Casey, if you'd like to describe again for everyone.
Yes, the room of butts.
The posterior
Everything butts,
interior.
surrounded by butts. The butt
Posterior.
There are some
Interior.
beanbag butts. There's some like water fountain butts. Just all the butts you
Huh?
could ever need.
Much like our GM's lovely background, tiny little butts across the wall in display in their luscious and round form.
Yes, and Cassandra is going to go and she is going to plop face first onto one of the cushion butts and pass out.
It makes a little.
Just sink between the cheeks. Just
Good for her.
Will,
They do the Luigi plank, the flunk.
oh lord. I meant to give you a little heads about this beforehand because Chip has, in his grubby little rat hands, gathered up as many of those crazy rifles that the Magdians had, and I would like to examine one of them at least.
That's
find out
definitely
if I
something
could,
y'all can do over your long rest. We are going to give you guys that now, so you can fully refresh your hit points and fully refresh your spell slots and spells.
So before we long rest, guys, I have some leftover spell slots. I wanted to do a couple things. I have a couple dream messages I want to send out.
Yeah.
The first is going to Gwendolyn.
Oh, thanks for the villain point, Matt.
Oh no.
It's for pronouncing chimera correctly.
Aw.
Oh, what? He earned it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send Gwendolyn a quick dream message, and I'm just going to say, hi Gwen, I hope you're okay. I wanted you to hear this from me first. Good news first, bad news second. The good news is you've got some money coming your way. The bad news is, it's insurance money, and I am so sorry about your restaurant.
Oh, no.
I promise I'll get that painting of the two of us replaced. Stay safe, and hopefully I'll see you soon.
All right.
And that's what goes out to Gwendolyn.
Okay.
I also wanted to dream message Ascendancy.
You can do that.
I don't know how that's gonna go for me, because I know he's unconscious and has some stuff going on at the moment.
Well, you can send your message, so tell me what your message is, and
Yeah.
we'll see what happens in the future.
Ooh.
I'm gonna send him a dream message and just say, hi, Ascendancy. I'm very sorry I couldn't be there when you wake up. I really wanted to be, but there was an emergency with Gwendolyn, and things got a little out of hand, so I had to go. But I hope you're okay. And I can't ask you to help Alessandra after what she's put you through, but if you could tell her that there's a spare key in the tulip planter by my windowsill, and if she needs a place to stay, she can use it so long as she stays out of Gwendolyn's room. And I hope you're okay. Please stay safe. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
And you will also not receive any responses from
Of course
either
not,
of
that's
them,
one
because
way.
they don't have that high-level casting capability.
Nope.
Believe it or not, you all, with your current level 6 characters, are some of the most experienced and well-versed adventurers in the world.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
wow.
I know when the message is sent, when they receive it.
Yes. They
So
do
do I know-
both receive it.
Okay, so they are both currently asleep right now. Okay,
Yes,
that's
they,
good.
they're both left you on red.
I mean, they can't respond to a dream message.
Exactly.
So that's fine. I don't take that personally.
But yeah,
Oh,
other
but
than that,
Pass it.
did anyone else have any sort of things they'd like to do on their long rest?
I wanted to examine one of the rifles.
Yes. Make me a crafting check.
Oh, all right. I'm decent.
Would you like
at
help with that?
I mean, I wouldn't say no. I'm always happy to collaborate on a new venture.
Lynx very regularly is in
Yeah, I might need some help.
acts in tandem with the professor, so I'm totally fine helping with that.
Oh, yes, that's a help.
Ooh, yeah, that'll help. Yeah, you're able to get the general idea of how they work. Specifically, these guns are spell shock rifles.
Ooh.
Mhm.
They draw on a person's innate arcane energy to fire sort of volleys of arcane power out. They can be used as spell focuses, so if you wanted to be a person using one of these guns, some of them are magically enchanted to increase like the range of spells, to like automatically give them reach spell, etc. Unfortunately, these guns are very basic spell shock rifles, so they don't have that capability yet. However, they are an agile weapon. They deal a D4 lightning damage. Yeah.
Is there any sort of way I could continue to investigate said rifle after finding that out and see if I can augment it at all?
You definitely could. However, you wouldn't be able to do it without like a full workshop and a fair amount of downtime.
Understandable.
Yes.
I assume an alchemist's workshop does not count for that.
No, you'll want a tinkerer's workshop, perhaps one of the many wonderful facilities that the school has paid for by the League of Amazing Adventurers.
Okay, so that'll be a when we return sort of deal.
Yes.
Also, to be fair, Lynx, if necessary, given enough time, I just happen to have the right tools with me. As I just happened to think ahead time and purchase these tools. It would just, take time to draw them out of my coat one at a time. In the course of probably like an hour. But yes, we would need time and, the proper space to do that. But
Yes.
as long as they're not...
Unfortunately, as relaxing as a room full of butts is, good scientific progress does not a room full of butts make.
No. I am
That is
doing
true.
my best tunnel vision. Ignore the walls. Ignore the floor. But I would like just to make a point of declaring that I am going to take as many of these rifles as we can, and if any sort of ammo or any additional stuff. So,
well, like I said, the ammo, it kind of draws on your innate arcane ability, which means
Okay,
that if like you
just
fire
checking.
them too much in a day, they can sort of drain you of arcane power. But
Interesting.
that's something that you can
yes.
discover later on.
yes, I wouldn't mind maybe one day finding out exactly how they work and just smacking it all together in my revolver if possible. But that's a project for another day.
Exactly. So
I just wanted to be known that we have them.
you guys have the rifles. As long as someone writes them down, you have them. And
How
yeah,
many?
there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 12.
Okay, I don't think I can carry that many.
I mean, we have a bag of holding. So
We
I believe
do.
we can.
Just like
Okay.
Funk,
Who are we putting in the bag of holding?
funk.
Let's
A bunch of guns.
12 guns. 12 guns and a butt.
Who
Oh,
is
we're
carrying
taking
the
all-
Are there
bow?
any small butt things around?
I mean, it would depend on what Casey thought of it would depend on what Casey's character thought of when they made the room.
Yeah, he can control this space to anything.
the butt
I
room.
mean, it's more about the decor and the flatulent sound that the air makes once someone sits on any of the buttresses.
The buttress.
That's great. You can have a second hero point for this room, Casey.
Oh boy.
Goodness.
I need to actually use those because the rules have not been great.
You
As
might
of-
need to use them.
Yeah,
It's always nice to have one to save for if you're dying too.
I'm sure we'll have an opportunity or 7 tonight to use them.
So, you all get your long rest. You all get fully healed up. Unless anyone else has anything else they'd like to do overnight, we can move on to the next day. This is now
I'm
day...
just sewing.
Oh, what you sewing?
You just see a bunch of like fire and ember colored beads and these long swaths of fabric, and they slowly become like some form of a shape as she just sits inside a butt and just sews.
I love it. So yeah, you
In the
guys get
cleft.
your long night's rest. It's been a hard day's night, and you guys have been working like a bunch of dogs. So when you wake up, in
At
the
one
morning-
point, I roll over and just in the middle of the night.
Wait, was it the
Terrible.
butt or was it the butt?
I'll
It
never
was
tell.
a butt. Whose butt?
was
We
a
don't
butt.
know.
That is true.
and yeah, the
You
next
think
So
there's
this
not
room is
strategy
also-
to this?
This room
There's
is
not a
called the
reason?
room of plausible deniability.
You have him fart around so he can have deniability.
Exactly.
Terrible.
The next morning, Cassandra will kind of say, "Oh, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to stay in the extra-dimensional space today. I'm not feeling so well. Perhaps it's motion sickness like Chip gets on boats."
Totally
but on
get it. In
trains."
fact, you're welcome.
Thank you.
That's actually an interesting point. Why aren't I motion sick?
I give her a wink and just say hi to Drevin for me.
Yes,
Oh.
I will. And as you guys make your way out of your extra dimensional space, the door will close behind you.
Wait, don't forget to ask about my wedding proposal.
And standing directly in front of you is a very familiar ghostly train steward hologram. Beside him is a variety of carts. On each of the carts is a sort of ideal breakfast food for your character, whatever that might be. It appears as though after spending one day in this train, they have successfully figured out what targeted ads to give you for what services of the train you want to buy.
That is
Absolutely
terrifying.
It's thank you for your participation
Caramel.
in yesterday's activities. For your enjoyment this morning for breakfast, we have a variety of foods, including caramel squares that are ripe for throwing at children, and
Amazing.
a variety of star-shaped, not poisoned cookies.
So, do you think they just bring, knife-shaped foods to the Magdians and stuff? Here's something that will give you nutrients to murder people.
No,
The
the
fact
Magians
that they specified
specifically
that it was
requested
not poisoned?
every morning they have a bowl of nails with no milk for breakfast.
No,
It's
Right.
the no milk that gets me.
Yeah, they need to
Otherwise they
specify.
just spoil.
That's some
Hold on.
get out something going on.
Hold on. How much is this costing us?
Oh, of course, the breakfast is complimentary and included in your package deal. However, if you'd like to add extras, and they kind of reveal a whole bunch of other tasty-looking food behind them, that will be an additional 200 gold pieces. Thank you for your purchase.
we'll take it.
Yeah, I'm not feeling particularly complimented. Also, Sir Voice, if I eat this blueberry pancake, am I going to die?
You will not die
Seriously.
if you eat the blueberry pancake. However, I would
I don't
avoid the
believe you.
poisonberry ones. Ha, ha, ha.
They're becoming sentient.
Good for them.
The fact that they said it was specifically a not poisoned cookie makes me feel like maybe it is poisoned.
When you were all so worried about it, I felt the need to specify.
Are you allowed to lie?
I am
Do you have
allowed
rules
to
of
make the com-
hologram?
I'm allowed
Are there,
to
like,
make the
rules?
company money by any means necessary.
I'll try a cookie. I will see if it's poison or not, since I like to put things in my mouth.
It's a lovely cookie.
Good for you.
Are there any hard candies?
There is. There's a variety of hard
Uh,
candies.
I would like to take the roundest or the sharpest and put them in my pocket.
Oh, would you like some hard candies to be used as projectile weapons, ma'am?
They're actually great.
Potentially.
Excellent.
I would
These
not
ones,
be opposed.
These ones have drivets carved into them. So when you send them flying, they will spin and create more velocity. And they will proceed to give you a variety of more lethal hard candies.
Can we pay
Like
you
the
to
grandma that I am, I stuff them in my bag.
I love it.
Love that for you.
Can we pay you to assassinate somebody on here?
Shy.
This morning there are a variety of possible events for you to attend, including the burlesque battle
Hold on.
event, a
Stop
competitive
saying no.
burlesque
He's just
show
telling us where to go.
where people can perform and earn fabulous prizes, including a 5,000 gold gift card to any area of the train.
Does that also pay off a tab?
If you would like to pay off the tab with it, you can.
Retroactively. My good hologram man, I do have a question.
Yes.
2 questions, in fact. One, what card number are we on currently?
You are currently on cart number 28.
Oh my god.
Over a quarter of the way. And second, how far are we from the Magdian border?
The Magdian border is currently 4 days away, barring any interruptions to travel, such as Tarrasque attacks and raiders.
Do you,
know, I
often
actually
get
hadn't-
raiders?
Yeah. Hadn't thought about that possibility.
Yeah.
Isn't that what we're doing?
Are we?
What are we doing?
The hologram turns red for a second. Are you attempting to raid the train?
I mean, yeah, right,
No,
guys? Yes.
No.
I don't think so.
Hologram turns back blue. Oh, that is good. I would then have to end your existence.
Oh, fine.
Ray just looks confused. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
What is the train's view on death of passengers?
Passengers can pay a resurrection fee, so it makes us money. We do not care.
We can die?
Capitalism.
Wow.
Capitalism.
Everything's a profit possibility.
Wow. That's dark.
The price of a human life is approximately 1,008 gold pieces.
Don't
I think
like
I
that.
have that.
I mean,
Good
now
for you.
do you after all the spending we've done? Anyway, has everyone had their fill of breakfast?
Has Ray keeled over from eating anything yet?
No.
Okay, then I will eat some of what. Ray
Ah, a
has
late
eaten.
breakfast. We will add that to your tab.
It was the same thing that you just. Shit. I put it back on the plate without eating it.
Oh, you've already
still on
touched
the
it.
tab.
We cannot
Is it
take
like a
back
mini
to the
bar?
kitchen. But we can charge you a disposal fee.
It-
Oh, okay.
Every moment we're standing here, we're racking up more on the tab.
Yes.
We should just go.
This entire time, Lynx has just been very slowly eating one piece of toast.
Fair enough. But yeah, there is a variety of events happening on the train today. There is a competitive card game tournament in a few cars back. There is the burlesque show and the burlesque battle, which they've already told you about. And there's also a variety of other events, like there's a frog race, which is just them putting like a box of frogs out that all have numbers on them, and basically the first frog to make it through 3 cars is the winner, and like people can bet
Does
on
anyone have polymorph?
We don't have. Do we have any arcane casters?
We got
Me, but I didn't
two-
have polymorph.
Yeah,
Why did I
it's-
think Cassandra had polymorph? I don't think she does.
Cassandra and I have the same spell list.
Yeah.
So.
And
With
of
some minor
course,
tweaks.
there is also a large sort of band performance that's going on. There's actually going to be a marching band marching through the train.
That seems like a clustery problem.
Where
Where's the marching band from?
The marching band is a group of performers that's like professionally attached to the train. They're not Magdian.
Okay.
weren't the Magnians gonna have some performance?
The Magdians were in approximately now 3 days.
Right. What car is that gonna be on?
That's going to be in cars 94 to 96.
For them.
Well, I heard a thing about a card game. I'm always up for delaying the quest for a round of Gwent.
Yeah.
Card games on motorcycles.
I was about to ask if this was card games on trains.
I was going to ask if it's arcane the assembling.
Ow.
Nice. I like that. It is not. It is a sort of a mixture of poker and Three Dragon Ante. That's the game that they're playing.
Wow.
That's a couple cars back, but you're free to go back there if you'd like.
Well, I've always said, once you've sat on a butt, you never go back. So onward.
Onward.
A moon landing, if you will.
Y'all can continue to make your way through the cars. The next few cars that you guys go through are passenger cars. Nothing really all that special about them. No Magdians attempt to jump out of the stalls and shoot you, so that's nice. And
The last ones
eventually,
learned their lesson.
you get to another car. Now, this car is very interesting. It actually has 2 distinct doors. One door is to the far right of the car. It appears to go through like a dark tunnel. And then the other part of the car is a sort of like a large sort of door that's been cordoned off, and there's a actual person standing in front of it. They're clearly a train employee. They kind of have slicked back black and gray hair and a nice little neat ponytailed man bun. And they're kind of just standing there with like a piece of paper in their hand, and they're taking some notes, allowing some people in after checking them over, and then closing like basically the door behind them. What would you like to
I walk up to the gentleman.
Ah, hello, good sir. How are you doing this day?
I'm fine. I've had a delightful breakfast, and I'm eager to see what delights the train has to offer on this fine day.
Ah, well, we have many delights for this day. This is the adult car, the sort of burlesque area of our train. So
I motion for Ray to hide.
So we do ask that anyone of below a legal sort of age does not enter. But do not worry, these spectacles of age seeing have your dates of birth written above your heads for me.
Aha! I am
That
not a
sounds-
child.
Like a specific anime that I am
Yes.
familiar with.
It also is very similar to a Nickelback video I remember from the early 2000s.
Yikes.
Oh boy.
I would like to send a message to this gentleman by the other door.
Okay.
I will keep my distance and kind of stand behind a few of our compatriots, and I would like to use my best hologram voice impression and say, "Pardon me, good sir, but it seems that you are needed in car number 16. If you would please make your way there as soon as possible."
Make me a deception check.
Here we go.
Remember, you got 2 hero points now.
You do.
That is
Oh
true.
boy. Ooh, might not need it. That is a 29.
That is a success. He'll kind of say, "Oh, I apologize. One moment. The train steward has requested my service in a car lower down." He'll kind of close the book. Say, "If you do decide to go in, please close the door after yourselves. We don't want any impressionable children seeing what's on the inside of them." And he'll begin walking away.
So once he leaves, I will stand to the side of this door and just gesture for anyone to enter, but specifically Ruby.
We do have to make our way.
Yes, you do. Ruby, I'm assuming you're leading the pack for this one.
Yes.
As you enter the room, you try to open the door. However, it doesn't seem to unlock for you at that moment. As you are putting your hand onto the door handle, it says, "You have the soul of a performer."
You speak my language.
Are you here to participate in the burlesque battle?
That name.
I'll have you know, it's been my entire dream for this entire trip.
Well then, this is going to be your first preliminary challenge. The second this door opens, you will need to catch the eyes of as many people in the room as you can.
That
Are
has
you
never been a
prepared?
problem before.
To make an entrance.
Whoop, whoop. Darling, it's the only thing I do.
All right.
Is
the door will unlock
Is there
itself.
any item or tool you think you might need?
Any flair.
Ooh, I got you. I prepare dancing lights.
All right. So,
I
as you all
just pull
enter
out
the
of my
door,
coat
um,
some long silk strings of very bright colors and hand them to you.
As you all
Ray
enter the door,
says I have caramel to offer.
From my bag, I pull a beaded, like flapper style dress.
Oh,
fabulous.
And I turn to Cypher and say, "I need to change."
The door will kind of offer itself as like a spot as well.
Oh.
All right. I go, and when I come out, you just see, like, in like flaming patterns, these beaded, hanging flapper style dress. Whatchamacallit? The hosiery that goes up to the top of the thighs, the garters, full gloves, and just ready.
So,
If you would, my great mouse detective, could you perhaps pull out any sort of musical instrument?
I got this.
As a
Oh,
matter of fact,
Oh,
I pull out a extra special looking triangle, hand it to Shy, and takes me a quick second, but I have a small ukulele.
that I can do.
Hand you, Luke.
This is less insulting.
Oh no, the triangle was for Ray.
This is less insulting. And I start to do it.
all right. So,
I knew that would come in handy.
Amy,
Great. I
Yes.
got this.
as you
Triangle
open
ready?
the door, I'm going to have you describe your grand entrance, and then I'm going to have each of our players describe what they do to enhance your entrance, and then we'll have you make a roll. So, as you open the door, the lights in the room darken, and a singular spotlight is put onto the door as you enter in. How do you enter into this room?
Is it stairs? Is it a ramp? What am I walking
we'll say
onto?
It is 6 steps leading down into a smoky car.
A smoky car?
Yeah, like a smoky train car.
Okay. Sorry, I was like, a car is
Go
here?
with her.
Because then I'm like,
Like,
yes, the slide.
Yeah.
So it starts with the T's.
Okay.
You know, the door opens and you see the leg and it closes. And then once more you just see the leg and then a second. And it's a turn as you enter. And you make them wait. I face a little bit away before turning, and as I do, I just full on drop into a split onto the floor. And then I'm trying to picture this on these steps.
Okay.
It's a matter of a lean forward and swinging my legs around to have a nice little poised sit on top of the stairs. And I raise my arm just a second to let kind of the beads of the dress just kind of flow and catch the light. And just give a slight... Doesn't anyone ever help a lady up?
Oh.
That's my cue. So very risky business style. I just kind of slide out with the ukulele just kind of like perched on my shoulder. And a little blue floating hand just kind of floats around near me and begins to unbutton my tunic or my coat.
Mhm.
And eventually makes its way all the way down as I'm sort of strutting forward and does the whole like whoosh, throws it over my other shoulder and then just kind of like drapes it over my shoulder like very, I would say Orin from Final Fantasy style. Then I flip the ukulele around and just very House of Gold style, just continually play one note.
I'm
All right.
so glad I remembered to get this bag of flower petals as well. Whoosh,
Yeah.
whoosh.
Are you going to help me up?
Flip over, reach down with all of the flair that is within my rectangle, and reach down and just kind of whoosh.
I continue to play the George Lopez opening theme song on the triangle.
That takes skill.
I
my God.
pop up and use the weight of him to give myself a spin and a dip, and I hook my leg over his arm and swing myself up onto his shoulders.
Make me a performance check.
Absolutely incredible.
Let's see.
Meanwhile.
Let's see how well
Yeah.
this handles.
Okay. Performance.
I like to think
That's,
I'm musically inclined enough.
That's a 27.
A
Ching, ching,
27
ching, ching,
is
ching.
a success.
Oh.
So
Yay!
the audience is very warm to this sort of entrance of yourself. The room becomes silent. It's like
Nailed it.
everyone's eyes are on you. And as you make your way down the stairs, a lot of like the people in this room, like some of the people who are going to perform in this, just get up and leave because they know they can't win.
Oh.
But some of the other more people, like there's a couple other people in this room that you know like are very much like smiling at the challenge. Like there's a couple other burlesque performers here. There is basically standing on the other end of the smoky room, his arms kind of folded, a relatively shirtless man. Very like built.
Relatively.
What does that
Yeah,
mean?
very well built. It's like one of those like
Relatively.
short like little tunic tops. Where you can
Like
still
a
like
crop?
fully
He has
see the abs.
tassels.
It's like the Monster
Please tell me he
Hunter.
has
He has like one boobie out.
No, it's like the monster. It's like the Monster Hunter like beginner gear, where it's just like that top bit. You see the abs, and it's like a skin type.
Like the
Why
little
did I
Aladdin.
think, Will, why did I think you said Monsters Inc. character?
I do.
I mean, technically, they do run
Oh.
naked for
With
the
his
It's
one
just
Bulbasaur.
Sully
Well, that's a
with
23
nipple tassels.
19.
Oh no!
Sully
Top
with
of
nipple
Mike Wazowski.
tassel.
Okay. Anyway,
Does Mike Wazowski have a tassel like as a
Anyway.
contact
No.
lens?
Oh,
standing-
we're ending this one.
they're standing there. They have like a very large cigar in their mouth, and they're just kind of smoking it.
I just give them a wink and a kiss.
Ooh.
Come here often, Wazowski.
Also standing in this room, another notable performer is a large sort of beast folk person. It's a woman with these like sort of like long, with this like very tall like dress, like long red dress, and she has bunny ears.
Cute.
It's super cute.
If you want to play beast folk, you can get access to those in the new Pathfinder book coming out this month, which I highly recommend after reading it.
Soon.
Plug.
I did have a question, Will.
I have an answer.
Now that the entrance has been made and reactions are rippling throughout the room, I did want to invoke That's Odd, just to key on it anyone who has a very unusual reaction to this. Anyone who's like not paying attention at all, and completely unimpressed, or is acting really shifty.
There is one person who is
Ooh.
odd.
Ooh.
There is one woman.
Yes, what do your stage manager eyes see?
Oh God, am I that?
There's one woman who is sitting in like a back corner who looks completely unimpressed with all of this. She is sitting down there, and as you look at her, you can notice her like form being a little bit odd. Make me a perception check.
Can I get a +2 to this by pursuing a lead on her?
Sure.
Okay. Perception, and then we'll just add the +2. 31 then.
She is clearly glamored by some sort of illusion.
Someone get the talent some water.
But
Okay.
as y'all kind of make your way in, you're seated at a table. A waiter will come up to you, and they're in a very spiffy bow tie. It's a sort of like brunette human man with like this sort of like very spiffy bow tie, a nice like brown blazer. He's just like, hello. That was a fabulous entrance. So we only have 3 other performers with us for this sort of challenge of the day. The winnings, of course, is a large sum of gold in the gift card form, and he's kind of stuttering as he speaks to you.
Oh.
And yes, so since you were last to arrive, you will be the last one to perform. I hope you understand this. Also,
Best
All
always
right,
goes
all right.
last.
I get it. I'll join.
we highly,
Do it.
we highly say this, that any person who attempts to interfere with another performer, it's not in the good sport of it, and the regular guests who are just here to watch will not enjoy it. So if you can, simply allow the performances to perform. And otherwise, each of the audience members in this place has a sort of magical arcane eye on them that will gauge their enjoyment of the performance, and based on that enjoyment level, you will be given points by the automated judging system we have here, and the performer with the highest points at the end will win.
It's DDR.
I thought it was more like one of those like TV response things where they're gauging the like, how did this play with the audience? Press your buzzer to a certain thing.
It's one of those TV response things, except it reads your mind.
Ooh.
This train is full of invasions of privacy of one
I was
variety
gonna
or
say
another.
that's a little.
We have one vote for butts. We have one vote for butts. Can we accept this vote?
So
Links sneakily.
Are we allowed to use magic in the
Vote
act?
butt.
yes, you can.
Okay.
So here's what happens.
What I'm hearing is sabotage, but discreetly.
The
As
first
long as you don't
act
sabotage me.
will begin. It is the male. He will kind of step onto the stage, and as the stage light hits him, you'll notice that the stage light actually causes some fabric that he was wearing to become no longer translucent, but become there. And as they're like walking in, like basically almost dissolving onto themselves, is like this fabulous sort of like Greatest Showman-esque outfit.
Boy.
Ray sits there and just starts going, boo!
As he walks his
Boo!
way to the center stage, Ray, make me an intimidation check.
Yeah!
Oh no. Oh no. Does that count as interfering though?
24.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Your booing throws him off a little bit. He does a little bit of a trip and a stumble, and he's not quite able to recover it in a very graceful way, but he recovers. As he does so, he
Ray
like,
laughs at him.
holds out his hand, and from the back of the room comes flying this cane with like this like red jewel top to it.
Oh.
Okay, Jafar.
Style points? Style points?
He begins to kind of like turn the cane a bit, and as the red jewel glows, like parts of his like basically causes that translucent fabric to return to being translucent. So it's very much like a like drawing up, and like it's a very much like very teasy sort of routine. And during the entire time, he is singing this like low sort of jazz melody. Think like Frank Sinatra type of a style. And that goes on for about 5 minutes. Can everyone make me a will saving throw, please?
Oh,
Oh, no.
And
27. Links. Ooh, Links with the natural.
Links,
20.
not impressed. Not impressed.
Oh
Not
my God.
impressed.
Nim also nat 20. Nim says this is a man.
Not
That's
impressed.
fair.
Man.
His like one titty out deflates for me.
Casey, how'd you do?
24.
Perfect. And then Amy, how'd you do?
24.
Great. So
Nice.
everyone will succeed. You guys will not have your minds read. So you're able to basically, if you want to vote for this person, you can. If you don't want to, you can also not.
Ray chooses just to be loud and obnoxious again. Boo!
Fair enough.
You're terrible.
Are you saying
away.
boo or boo earns?
Boo!
Okay.
If I had tomatoes, I'd throw them.
I have hard candies.
I'm this close to doing like create food for you.
No, guys, we don't want our lovely friend here to lose just because we got a little rowdy in the crowd. She can win on her own
The
merits.
crowd is allowed to have opinions. That is what he said.
Yes, just don't make those opinions physical objects that are launched through the air.
I wasn't actually going to create food. I was just saying it would be fun.
Yes, it would be very fun, I'm sure.
The next performer goes. It's the bunny woman in like the large red dress. And her entire act is just a single song. Once again, a jazz standard, very slow, very unmoving. But as she's like singing it, she's kind of leaning slightly, and like her leg is showing ever so slightly. And it's very like, very chill.
Ray just turns and just goes, now make it drop. It's a whop, mac and cheese. It's a
Terrible.
whop. Just being super obnoxious in the crowd.
What
It's
is
a
this
whop.
train?
It is at that point that the third performer is brought onto the stage. Matt is the woman that you saw being a little bit shifty in the corner. As she approaches onto the stage, she stands there, and she pulls out like a very beautiful sort of like 3-stringed violin, that she begins to kind of like just play, and it creates an almost haunting melody. And as she does, little blue globes of fire appear behind her
Ooh.
that begin to backlight her, and it creates this like silhouetted performance that she then takes her hands off of the violin, and then she begins to sort of like, with this backlighting, just creating a silhouette of herself. She begins to like do a very sensual dance, and as she is dancing, more backlights are being created, these flames, and then at one point about the midway through the song, when the music itself is just riling up, the flames just brighten up a bunch, and then it's almost as if she has 9 other arms. Matt, with your perception that you made earlier, you can tell that those aren't arms, those are actually tails.
Well,
Ooh, be a lot cooler if she had 3 boobs, am I right?
I mean, she's got 9 tails. What's to stop her from having 3 badonkadonk titties?
And so it creates this like almost like backlit sort of like beautiful tapestry of movement.
did we happen to catch her name?
You did not. She hasn't said her name. And she is standing there. It's this beautiful backlit sort of movement thing. And then the lights begin to like dim down, and just standing there with basically now like her knees on the ground in like a very like proper seated position, holding this violin, is that human woman. She stands up, she bows, and she returns to her corner.
It's pretty classy, really.
Show us your 3rd boob!
Well, I enjoy it.
Ray proceeds to get total recalled.
Total recall.
All right.
Goodness
Oh,
gracious.
no.
Porter will walk up to your character and say, if you're ready, ma'am, the stage is set.
Do you need anything?
I got
Well,
you
that's
on
my
music.
question. It's like, how do I know what I can use? Because they all had stuff prepared.
They can help you as much as they want. All they care about is giving the audience a good performance.
Okay. Is there any like items available for use, or
Oh,
is it
Yeah.
one of those things that I have to provide?
There can be any item available for use that you want. However, if it's an exotic item, there may be a fee attached to it.
Gotcha.
So, if you want a live animal.
Ruby, I do have this. If you're looking for a little bit of a flash dance moment, I do have this sapphire that produces water. Or maybe
That could be
Oh
fun.
God, I didn't think
That could be fun.
All right.
And then I got you on the dancing lights. I'll make it sparkle.
Cool.
I got the perfect song for you. Now
gonna
make
be the
it
George
drop.
Michael.
It's a whap. It's a whap. Macaroni and cheese. It's a whap.
I can do a little bit of the music on my own. It's cool. All right. I appreciate it greatly. All right. So I'm gonna make my way to center stage, and let's see. Sorry, I had them from my hands. You're going to see just a slight swirl of what looks like fire,
Mhm.
as I use a little bit of prestidigitation to make it appear like all of the edges of my dress are on fire.
Ooh.
And I'm going to use a little bit of what's it called? Sorry, ventriloquism,
Okay.
to throw my voice into the ears of the audience,
Mhm.
to start a slow kind of humming
Mhm.
sound, just like.
Okay.
Also, I'm not a singer, but I can
That's
pretend.
You're
Just a-
fabulous.
That's why it's role play.
Indeed.
Right.
And it starts this kind of sway,
Okay.
and you just start to hear what sounds like droplets of water when they echo in like a meditation chamber.
Okay.
Just with each sway, each piece of glass of these beads just knock into each other with a chiming sound.
Okay. Make me a performance check for the start of your performance. Let's see how well things start off. And then if anyone
Okay.
else wants to aid them with the skill, you can.
What is the suspicious woman in the corner doing?
Sitting there enjoying the show.
Hmm.
What was
So-
the skill roll?
Any skill you'd like to use that you think can contribute to the performance.
I'll use a medicine check.
God, Liz is
29.
so useless.
Okay. So you have a 29 right now. Let's see if anyone else wants to help.
Can I
Yeah, I'll
contribute?
send dancing lights, and I can kind of make them kind of seemingly pulse different colors and just like they kind of go down the aisle and then begin to surround and just kind of flow around her.
All right. Make your choice of a performance, arcana, or occultism check.
I will go with performance since it's one little bitty higher.
All right. Go for it.
Natural 20.
Oh,
I can do things when they're not combat
That is a
related.
critical success.
Mood.
So
Yeah.
that'll give Amy a +2 to their roll. Does anyone else want to help?
yeah.
Can I intimidate the audience?
Sure.
Yes, that's 23.
All right. That's a success. That will do something. McKenna?
I'm also going to go in with some dancing lights, and I'm going to make all of the beads on her shawl and the bells on her skirt sparkle just a little bit extra and
All right.
catch the eye.
Arcana, performance, or occultism?
Arcana. Come on, don't fail me now. Oh, well,
That'd be a critical failure.
Oh,
that's going to
no.
be a critical
Can
failure.
I assist?
no.
Hero point, hero point, hero point, hero point.
Can I assist her out of that maybe if I roll well enough?
You'd have to get a DC 34 for it.
Oh, probably not then.
Would you like to use your hero point to reroll that and hopefully
Hero
not get a
point.
crit?
Yeah, I'll use my hero
Hero
point. Why not? Why not? Watch
We're
me
going to have a
never
big
fail.
battle after this.
Okay.
Yeah, for
Probably.
real.
That's fine.
All right, that's still a failure, but it's not a critical failure. So, Amy, you have a +3 in total, so add 3 to what you rolled, and also Nim, you just got a hero point.
Thank you, chat.
I love
So-
you, Becky. You're so valid.
32.
32 is a critical success.
Woo!
So the audience is enraptured by the beginning of your performance. Even the other performers have sat down, and they're just enjoying it. Continue.
Girl,
All right.
you're gonna mop. It's a wipe.
Nice.
Is there a like Renaissance fair version of WAP? Because that would be amazing.
Yeah.
As I sway and start to kind of move in circles from above, if I can have whatever, from above, you see a large hoop
Okay.
descend from the ceiling.
Fabulous.
Good.
And as it comes down, I grab it with my hands and flip myself up into a seated position.
Ooh. Acrobatics or performance?
Performance. Everything is performance.
Good for you.
Words to live by.
Ooh, that's good. That's a 29 again. Yeah.
A 29 is a success. I'm not going to let them help you with this bit because it was very much dependent on your own personal ability. You managed to flip it in and you continue to hold the audience's attention.
The music starts to swell and you start to hear some horns come in as well as like more of a bass beat of a drum
Okay.
as I use the hoop to stand and lean back, and I'm going to do a drop from there to catch myself with my hands at the bottom and start to spin.
Okay. Make me a performance check.
Go big or go home, baby.
Yeah.
That's better than the last time. That's 6 plus 5 is 11 is 31.
31 is a critical success.
Yeah.
You time it
Delightful.
so perfectly. If you were a second later, you'd be falling to the ground, but the last second you catch it and the audience loses their breath. Like you literally, like, they were all worried that you were about to fall, and then there's just a continual sigh of relief and catharsis. Continue.
You watch as I spin and the beads from my dress flare out, and you start to hear that chiming sound mixing in with the horns and the drums. And I use my upper body to pull myself back up to lift one foot over the rim of the hoop.
All right.
And let the rest of my body hang like if you were draping a piece of fabric over this hoop. It's just a very graceful lean and sway as it just continues to spin.
Nice. I'm not going to make you roll for that because your last one was so good. You can continue to do that, but the music is definitely coming to a point now where it's sort of like getting to like a big finale type of thing.
Lynx would like to contribute, if at all possible.
What would you like to do, Lynx?
Can I use society to inspire the crowd to cheer with me, maybe?
Make a society check.
Since we do live in a society after all. 28.
28 is a success.
Hooray.
You manage to, as the crowd is enraptured, Lynx, you know exactly what to let out. You kind of just like let out a light sort of like clap, and everyone just starts clapping as you're hanging there for a few moments. And then they continue. As you begin to move again, they stop immediately, completely focused in on you. What would you like to do?
All right. As the music swells and begins to hit the end point, I'm going to lean back up, grip with both hands, turn myself upside down into an upside down split before using my momentum from the spinning to flip and land in a split on the ground.
All right, make me one final performance check to see how well you stick the landing.
We start with 1 hero point, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, that's the one thing I want to confirm. That's quiet. 19 plus 15 is
34.
34.
All right, and with Cooper's +1 from their additional help, that becomes a 35.
As I land, the beads from my dress just shatter, leaving me in just a very elegantly placed lace boudoir number.
Oh.
The audience,
As like the symbols just go.
the audience is silent. They are completely enraptured. Even the other performers, they know that they've lost. As that is a critical
Ray just looks at him and goes, "Y'all suck."
and as Ray does that moment, the entirety of the audience just like stands up, begins like applauding. There's flowers being thrown onto the stage.
I just stand up and stretch and walk back to my friends.
The portrait comes up to you and gives you the gift card for the 5,000.
Incredible.
Out of my,
5,000?
Kiss their hand and walk away.
Perfect.
I hand her a lovely silk house coat that I had just ready for this occasion.
I slip it on and just
Chipotle with this.
like you've had the best night of your life. That like body release, like complete lethargy, just drape over a chair.
Oh, the best.
Ray's still just being mean to the other contestants.
Nibby's
Y'all
too
wish
busy.
you had talent.
They've all like
Leash.
other than that one sort of squirrely looking human woman, they've all left.
I'm being mean to the squirrely human.
As you approach her, she kind of says, "Yes, your friend had an excellent performance. It had its merits." And she kind of will drink a bit of tea that she has.
Ray knocks the tea out of her hand.
Make me a...
Are we just gonna keep escalating from here?
Make me an intimidation
so.
check, Ray.
An intimidation check?
Yep.
While that's going on, I'm going to take
Oh
my top's already off, but I'm going to take it off of my shoulder and gently place it on Ruby.
Aw,
no! Should I use my hero point?
if you want to.
I give you a kiss on the cheek.
Aw.
Okay, it's a 20.
All right. She doesn't seem very. She's not scared of you. It's more that she doesn't want to deal with you anymore. So she begins to stand up and walk away.
Understandable.
Do you want to do anything while she attempts to leave?
I'll take her seat. Assert dominance.
She kind of like turns
Is it-
back and looks at you and says, "You know, such pettiness is unbecoming of a young lady." And she'll continue to walk away.
Joke's on you, I'm not a lady. I mean, I am where it counts, but,
Make a will
Fuck.
save, Ray.
What does that mean?
Make a will save,
Wait, what
Ray.
does that mean?
Can I assist her in her will save?
it's a 29.
Got it.
This
You
is
good?
a
Okay.
this is a effect that this person is cast on them. A 29, you say.
Mm.
Let's see if that saves from them.
The
Their
DC was a
is-
47, so
All right, so
You are
that is
not-
a success. I just want to take a look at this particular curse. And
I was joking.
make sure it doesn't have a success condition.
Oh, and the adventure begins again.
And
You
this is
know-
not an auditory or visual effect, correct? This is a
Ray
curse.
does something
It
stupid.
is. It does have a auditory component.
Because I can try to counter performance it against any audio or visual effect, but I don't know if that counts.
It wouldn't count for this one, but
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
oh, it's all good.
Joke's on you. I'm not a
A
lady,
B C
except
D
where it
E
counts.
F M M.
That on a
Where is
t-shirt.
M? Didn't think I'd actually have to use this curse on someone.
We're always happy to surprise you.
You need to tell me that you just had that prepared for no reason, Will. I don't believe
yeah,
you.
so you are subjected to the Mariner's Curse.
The Marauders map.
Ray, you are sickened 1
The mermaid's curse?
for the day.
Oh no.
That mean.
You can't keep your caramel down.
And yes, with that, the car begins to kind of empty out. What would you all like to do?
Just to be clear, we've advanced one car, right?
You've advanced 1 car.
And it only took us an entire hour.
We're doing
I
good.
somehow in this car found a candy cigarette that looks like Cruella de Vil's, and I'm just going, it's just that
Spectacular.
puff of sugar.
That's fair.
Darling.
Darling.
Darling. So yes, you guys rest up a little bit in this car, and then when you're ready to move on, the doors are open.
Ray's
much,
only gonna throw up on people.
Just a question. So it was a gift card and like a gold prize, or was it just the gift card?
It was just the gift card.
Okay.
And you can only use the gift card on the train, in the company store. Sorry.
In the company store. I'm so glad that we have 5K on a gift card when we're like 30K in debt.
Yeah.
Oh, honey, it's closer to 50 at this point.
That's what I thought.
Oh god.
So, as you
I'm
guys
sure there are other
continue-
competitions.
As you all continue to make your way through the cars, the next cars are once again more passenger cars for more middle class people.
Right.
However, eventually, you are making your way towards another car. This car has a blue light coming out from underneath the bottom of it, and as the doors open, you see a number of young adults kind of running out of it, and
How young.
y'all should be able to see the next car on there. I'm going to change it to the map now as well.
What on earth are those?
Well, this makes me happy. I use mostly cantrips.
And this here is
Yeah.
the large sort of arcade car.
Oh, are those Dance Dance Revolution pads?
So there's a variety of things here. Directly to your left is a prize counter. Also with the basically prize of 1,000 tickets. There appears to be a taxidermy blue dragon head. As well
That's
as a
kinda
variety
cool.
of other prizes. To the right here are some stations that have what looks to be fighting games on them. So 1v1.
Ray pats Professor on his little back and and points at the dragon head. I want it. I want it. I want it.
Oh, but
want
wait,
it.
there's more.
Oh no.
But wait.
Also, over here, it appears to be whack-a-mole machines, except instead of moles, they're mimics.
Mhm.
Ooh, that's some stress relief right there.
Whack-a-mimic.
Indeed.
Um,
Or Kamamic.
over here is, yes, some fantasy Dance Revolution.
Give the people what they want. I like
Across the aisle from that is a bunch of, like, driving games. It's like a racing games that are all connected to each other so you can race each other on them. And then in the back here are a variety of skee-ball machines.
it. Skee-Ball. I'm surprisingly good at that for some reason.
So, the arcade card does have a number of people playing games in it. It appears as though each of the areas basically have tickets that come out. And you can get 10 tokens for 1 gold piece, and each game takes 1 token to play.
I want the dragon head. I want the dragon head, guys.
How many
guys,
tickets
guys.
is the dragon head?
I think we're gonna have
100,000
to.
tickets.
Guys, I don't ask for much. I don't ask for much.
You do in fact ask for quite a bit.
I was gonna say I don't know how true that is, Ray, but I'm all for trying to
Half
get
the
this
time
dragon
it's a
head
demand.
personally.
Okay, if we get the dragon head, I will be good. I will be the best for like an entire day.
Car.
I
Hour.
don't believe you. I would like to use detect magic, if I may.
You may. The dragon
If I had
head,
glasses, it would be the animation.
the dragon head does
God.
ping as magical. Specifically, it pings with a abjuration effect. Upon doing a detect magic with it, you notice that below it is a sort of plaque that says what it does. This dragon head, when anyone who rests within a vicinity of 20 feet of it, while they're resting, if they rest for 8 hours, they gain a resistance to electricity damage equal to half their level. In addition, there's also a small button on the bottom of the plaque that when you press it, and the attendant will press it, the dragon head will sing a variety of songs, including I'm Blue, the Blues
How about
Clues
you?
theme,
Oh.
Blue Christmas, and any other sort of blue theme song.
I'm blue,
man.
dabba dee dabba
Dee-da-ba-da.
die,
We're all
dabba
thinking
Do I-
dee dabba
I
die.
know too many lyrics of that song.
Do I
Same.
sit on this
Remember that
information or
scene
not?
from Despicable Me, where she goes, "It's so fluffy." That's
It's
Ray.
so
right now.
fluffy.
That's Ray with this dragon head right now.
That's fair.
Oh my god.
So
Will.
that's right there.
Just because it's kind of mandatory at this point.
That's odd.
Well, there's a couple odd things in this room. Number one, the mimics in the mimic game. Some of them appear to be. You can tell which mimics come up more often because they're more worn on the top.
I'm Sherlock scanning the games to find ways of cheating.
Yeah, like Chip here. That's odd. Will essentially give you exploits to all the games.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Do I
we're
share
getting
this
dragon
information?
head.
Ray
We're
turns
getting
to Lynx
this
and just
dragon
goes,
head.
"We don't have to earn the tickets."
It looks like the
We can
fighting
just-
game. If you
Thank
just
you.
continually spam this like one move that shoots out like an energy ball at your opponent, you can lock them in and they can never attack you.
Lynx
Ho-
leans back
hopefully
to
they'll patch
Ray
that.
and says, "I was thinking the same thing."
Yeah, why don't we just take it? Somebody, we'll have somebody create a distraction.
So, what would you all like to do? Would you
Oh,
like to
no.
continue making
A
your
distraction,
Would
Are we
you like
trying to
stay?
do a distraction?
Would you like to spend some time in the arcade car? What would you like to do?
How much would it cost just to outright buy this dragon head?
Well, the dragon head, a ticket is the equivalent of a gold piece, so it'd be 100,000 gold.
That's a lot of gold.
We have a debit card.
It's a pulse.
5,000.
Yes, but do you really want to get banned from the Fantasy Dave and Busters?
Oh my god.
See-
How many tickets, like on average, does one of these mini games grant?
That's a
for
good
winning.
question, Lynx. Here's what happens. The fighting game does not have any tickets that it grants. It's just
it's just fun.
fun fighting game that you can do. The Whack-A-Mimic, if you reach a certain threshold, will give you 100 tickets.
Ray turns to the person holding the dragon head. Can I just touch it? Can I hold it?
Oh
I'm
no!
afraid I cannot let you do that, ma'am.
But I like. How do I know I'm gonna want it unless I can't touch it?
Well, no one can touch it until they buy it. The racing game doesn't offer tickets. It's just a fun distraction. The DDR, depending on your score and the challenge level of the song, offers you anywhere from a failure of 1 ticket to 1,000 tickets.
Ray, with your lovely acrobatics.
And then the Skee-Ball game, depending on how well you
Yes.
do, can offer you anywhere from, once again, about 5 tickets to 10,000 tickets for a high score.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Or for a perfect Skee-Ball game.
Second question.
Yes.
Do these mini games are they skill challenges like in
they are
actuality?
based off of skills and ranged attack rolls and other things like that. For
Alright.
example,
The
if you want
DDR
to
wouldn't
do,
have anything to do with speed.
if you
would
want
it?
to do Whack-A-Mimic, it would be a perception check to try to figure out which one the mimics are going to pop out of next, or a reflex saving throw to see how quickly you can whack a mimic. For the DDR game, and I'm just going to go through the
What if
ticket
I use
earning
my
games.
one
The other
punch?
games can be played, but they don't earn you tickets. The DDR game is all about your acrobatics, performance, or athletics, because DDR, after doing it for a while, can become very sort of tiring. And then the Skee-Ball can be a ranged attack, acrobatics, or anything along those physical lines, as well as a perception to aim just right.
So I'm going to look to Ruby and place my hand on her shoulder and say, "How long can you get me? How much time can you give me?
For which thing?
How much time can you give me?"
For the whole car.
For the whole car?
Yeah. We're getting that dragon head. I've
Probably
decided.
15 minutes.
See, I'm already trying to think now. If we maximize our ticket earnings this way, yes.
Don't let
What would
him
happen
see
if I
me.
used my one punch on the
Him.
whack-a-mole?
Him who?
The attendant by the ticket and the dragon. Don't let him see me.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to saunter over quietly to the Skee-Ball machine.
All right, move your
Set up.
token to the Skee-Ball machines if you can.
I'm gonna follow him as well.
I am going to stay by the ticket master and
will Ray.
lean
I'm
my
gonna start
elbow onto the counter.
I'm going to try and start unloading the knowledge I've acquired about the patterns for the whack-a-mole to Ray.
All right, so let's go down the list here. So Casey and Lynx are at the Skee-Ball. Where are you going, Amy?
I'm staying at the ticket counter and leaning over in my house coat and
Oh God, yes.
The train attendant.
lace boudoir.
The train attendant is the equivalent of one of the teenagers from The Simpsons. It's
Oh
like,
my God.
hello, miss.
Where's my manager?
Jackpot.
And
And
then
I'm just gonna be like, I find this ticket thing so confusing. Are you able to explain it to me?
Oh, I'd
Oh,
be
no.
happy to
Help
now.
Hell,
Oh, we were terrible people.
And then where
Are
are you?
we?
Okay, so how much does it cost to play a single game?
It's 10 gold. It's 1 gold will get you 10 plays of a game.
Okay. All right, I'll spend a gold piece and go play some Skee-Ball.
All
Just
right.
for fun.
So, I'm going to work our way from the bottom to the top. So, Amy, can you do me a favor and make me a, however you prefer, performance or a diplomacy, persuasion. It is called. It is called diplomacy in Pathfinder too.
It is diplomacy and Pathfinder, but performance, when offered, will always be
That's fair.
that thing. That's okay. 20. I can count 27.
He's a
Oh, I feel
teenager
that.
working a job in a train arcade. he is easily distracted by you. It's like,
DC was 3?
okay, well, I'd be happy to go through the intricacies of ticket acquisition with you.
Oh boy.
I'd be ever so grateful.
Oh, okay. And he'll kind of like walk over to here, and his eyes will just be stuck on.
I'm going to be on the farthest side from where that dragon head is.
All right, so right there.
Yeah.
All right, he will just continue to talk at you, and he'll like purposely, like you can tell this because like you have a goal. You can tell that he's like purposely trying to make things sound confusing, so you'll stay here longer.
And it's one of those things where like every time the facial cue of like, oh no, just any confusion to get him to keep talking, just every facial cue known to make him feel like he is the most interesting person I have ever heard speak in my entire life.
Of course, milady, I'm happy to help. And yeah,
Oh Lord.
Does he tip his fedora at her?
No.
Lady.
Ray and Chip, y'all are at the Whack-A-Mimic.
I reach into my coat and I pull out a bottle of interesting kind of blue-colored liquid and say, "This is what's known as an energy drink, Ray. It's
Hey,
got
thanks for the follow,
electrolytes.
Javon Gaming.
I think you'll find it useful."
Are you about to give Ray an energy drink?
This is an awful idea.
Ray
God.
takes
Do it.
it and goes, "Okay."
It's actually sleeping. Stunning. No.
Alrighty.
So,
And if you were saying, well, that I had sort of picked up something about patterns of the whack-a-mole with my That's Odd, I would like to share that information with Ray so she can just like speed run this.
Yes, so Ray, you will
Whack-A-Mole.
get to roll twice on whatever check you make, either acrobatic, perception, or reflex saves, and you'll take the higher result.
cool. I'm gonna use one punch.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're just going to
That's the-
beat it yourself.
Attack 13 bludgeoning.
I tried.
Yeah, so like Chip puts the token in and says, "All right, Ray, this one's going to pop up first," and then it starts popping up, and Ray, you just punch it.
I tried so hard.
You're like, bam, and it just breaks.
Does it break in a way that spits out tickets endlessly?
It does
Isn't
not
that funny?
break in a way that spits out tickets endlessly, but it does break.
Did I do it? Did I win?
The debt has gone up considerably,
God damn it.
by about 20K.
Ray is hyped.
It's very difficult to breed
Hyped.
baby mimics.
They have us punching babies for sport.
They're mimics.
That's the perfect game for Ray. No wonder she crit.
So,
To be fair,
Skee-Ball.
mimics are evil incarnate.
Skee-Ball. Who would like to go first? And you guys can put yourself beside your Skee-Ball machine of choice.
So, I will go first. Are there any sort of, I think, I know we kind of like talked about it earlier, but are there any noticeable like cameras or like, you know, that sort of thing? Or is it just like,
there are no noticeable cameras. However, you do
All right.
remember that the train does have a sort of sixth sense.
right?
But
So
you did figure
what
out
I'm
how
gonna
to dupe
do,
it by taking off your armband.
I'm going to walk up to, let's see, I'll do. Actually, this one's more in the corner. I'm actually going to go to. Is this one on the end here? Is that one a Skee-Ball?
Yep, that one's a Skee-Ball machine. All these are
Cool.
Skee-Ball
I'm going to go to
machines.
that one.
By the way, I think I did a very good job with the Skee-Ball machines on this mapping software.
They do.
look
They
good.
definitely do look like. So yeah, I'm going to go all the way to the one in the top left corner.
All right, I'll
Um,
get there.
and then I am on my way. I am going to slip and fall onto my back and just release as many dancing lights as possible.
Okay,
And just say, "Oh no!"
all right. The attendant says, "Oh, excuse me, miss." He'll kind of start running over.
Sir, you haven't told me exactly what it means to exchange this ticket for one of the prizes.
I'm fine.
Make me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Okay.
Yeah.
Where is
Diplomacy, sorry.
persuade? Okay. I was like, that's one of the things. This is not going to be as good, dude. That's a 19.
A 19. You almost have his attention, but it just fails. Would you like to use your hero point to reroll that?
Sure. I didn't use it before. I will use it now.
That is true. You do have one.
Fall to the feminine wiles.
The wild.
Oh, okay. That was 24.
That is a success. He will say,
Huzzah.
he's probably fine. I'll continue walking you through it, ma'am.
Incredible.
And so I shout, I'm okay. And the dancing lights just kind of just make this fast bubble around me that's very, very bright and obnoxious. I would then and they just kind of, once they get in that motion, they just kind of continue doing that.
Okay.
Then I would like to insert a gold piece to get my ski balls.
Okay.
And then I would like to use a mage hand to pick up the ski ball and place it in the centermost score, the score with the highest number. If there are numbers
top,
on
left and right.
The 10K. Yeah.
Well, question: is there anybody else in the arcade playing games, collecting
there's
tickets?
other people playing games. There's some.
Perfect.
19.
Ray, hyped up on this energy drink, is gonna go try to steal everybody's tickets by being mean and intimidating.
All right. Well, give me one moment, Ray, to finish off with.
No
Casey.
problem. I just wanted this to be in the background.
Casey,
Yep.
you get a perfect game.
Great.
And as it begins to spick out the 10,000 tickets, a strange arcane energy bursts through the skee-ball machines.
Oh no.
And they begin to coalesce together into one form. And
Ultra.
I'm going to need you all to roll.
You
for
gotta be
initiative
kidding.
Oh
as
my
we begin
goodness.
combat
Oh.
with a skee-ball golem.
Cool.
Nim's just standing there with her gold piece that she was about to put in the machine, and she's just like,
Nim just innocently trying to have a good time.
All right, Ruby got it.
Oh, that's a 10.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh, cool. We've reached the combat section, so my rolls have gone to shite.
Oh.
I'm
Dude,
sorry.
we're rolling so bad.
I'd also like to point out that Will was very insistent, like, do you want to use your hero point?
Yeah.
Of course.
Well,
Bleeding us.
it happens.
I wasn't
See-
blaming you.
Weren't you?
Cypher, how'd you do?
Oh, I got a 14.
Alrighty.
See, when you start to do well, the corporations don't want you to succeed,
Oh,
and they send their golems after you.
we capitalisming now, huh?
We have to remember, Ray is hyped on this energy drink Professor has given her, so
So
She
Chip,
just has like an extra attack per
there's
turn
a
or
skee-ball
something.
golem attacking your friends. What would you like to do?
Oh dear. That's not what I expected to happen today, and I expected some weird things.
Would you say
for
that's
once
odd?
it's not my fault.
That is yet to be proven, Ray.
Why are we playing these games again?
Because we all wanted to have fun.
Dragon head.
Dragon
Give
head.
it to me.
2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Damn it! I'm one away. Why are my little rat legs so short?
Skee-ball golem.
So because it's a robot, does that mean it has feelings? Because I feel like being extra mean tonight.
That's fine.
I'm just gonna
Oh
move.
god, Shy, you just made my family chuckle audibly through the
1,
walls.
2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I'm just gonna use a double move, and then I'm just gonna do a normal pistol shot. You know what?
Alright, please proceed
No,
to fire at will.
I would actually like to use my remaining action to do some sort of knowledge check on
You
this
can make
fellow.
me an Arcana or crafting check.
What's better for me? Actually, they're both equal. I will just do an Arcana check.
Okay, DC is 22.
27.
He beat
You
it.
can get 2 questions about a skee-ball golem.
I would like to know the Skee-Ball Golem's immunities.
Okay. The skee-ball golem is immune to bleed, death effects, disease, doomed, drained, fatigued, healing magic, Metal, necromancy, non-lethal attacks, paralyzed, poison, sickness, unconscious.
So did you say metal?
Yes.
He's immune to metal?
Mental, sorry, not metal.
Oh.
I'm immune to myself.
Oh, that's good to know.
All right. Does he have any vulnerabilities?
He does. The golem. I'll put the golem anti-magic because you've asked for the immunities and that into the chat for Roll20, and I'll also read it out for our fabulous audience. So in Pathfinder 2e, golems are essentially immune to all magic, except for very specific magic.
Good thing we don't have any magic users.
It is dependent.
And that's why I did the knowledge check.
It's dependent on the damage type of the golem. So, for instance, for this golem, it is harmed by fire. So any spell that deals fire damage is going to deal the damage of the spell and an additional 48 damage if it's just a single target fire spell, or 2d6 damage if it's an area or persistent damage.
Me!
It
Very
is healed by
interesting.
plant. So anything with like the plant tag in it, which I don't think any of you had because none of you are druids, heals up its HP, and it's slowed by earth. So any spell with the earth tag in it will lower its amount of actions it has each turn by 1.
This is all knowledge that I share with all of you.
Yes.
Hello.
And then I just stand there waving my little ratty arms, expositing about all this rather than, actually shooting it or anything.
So then,
And that's my turn.
we will move to the Skee-Ball Golem.
Oh, God.
And it's going to open up with a 2-action ability called Skee-Ball Volley.
Oh,
Lord.
no.
It's
Oh,
going
you're having
to
fun with
make
this,
up to
Will.
4 skee-ball strikes, each against different targets. These attacks count toward the Skee-Ball Golem's multiple attack penalty unless they critically hit the target. So if they critically hit, they
horrifying.
continue to be on that multiple attack penalty. So the first one
I don't
is
like
going to
how
go
long that
after
smile
you,
looks.
Chip. Boom. 20 to hit, Chip.
Oh,
I'm afraid that does not hit.
All
I
right.
have
that's really
21.
close, though.
It will count against its multiple attack penalty. Second one will go against Nim. 30 to hit.
Oh.
It hits, but it doesn't crit.
Great, you can take 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Poor Nim,
It
she
almost
wasn't even
crit.
doing anything to
I
deserve
wasn't
this.
even
third
doing
one
it.
is on
I was
Lynx.
just trying to play some
22 to hit
Skee-Ball.
Lynx.
That hits.
Okay, you can take 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then the final one will be on Cypher. Does a 25 hit you, Casey?
Well, I would like to ask a question. If there are any penalties for me being shrouded in dancing lights?
You would have concealment, so they'll need to make a DC 5 flat check. And they will miss.
Oh.
All
your
right.
Good for
dancing lights
you.
managed to send it flying off. Now, that only took 2 of its
It's
actions.
Vietnam.
It's going to use its last action to stride to get into a little bit more of an advantageous position for it to there. And that will be their turn. Lynx.
Okay. Sorry, I can't remember. I don't think Lynx has anything reactionary.
I don't
Reactions are kind of rare.
Yeah. After playing with the Jade statue last time, I'm like, wait, reaction? Hearing what the professor desperately tried to squee across the train,
Squeak.
Lynx will unload every single alchemist fire he's got.
I love to see it.
Oh, the critical
Love
hit
to
on the
see
first
it.
one, Lynx.
Oh my
I really
god.
hope you
gosh.
one-shot wins.
Do
Will's
it,
fucking
do it.
Additionally,
Hold on.
One
Vegeta
shot,
Key Blast.
one shot.
before
No,
I
no,
start,
not that one.
Amazing.
The rapid
Before-
key blasts never work.
before I start these rolls, the second and third one miss, I assume.
The second and third one miss, but the first one hits.
Are they still gonna do their splash damage?
They do not critically miss, so yes.
Oh,
That is 8 fire splash damage. If that adds on to
Roll
even
8d8.
more. Oh Christ!
Yeah, Lynx, you're dealing a bunch of damage to the skee-ball machine. Oh, you
Nice.
don't need the
Oh,
backslash.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
I must have fat fingered it. That's 30 fire damage on top of the flat 8 fire damage, so that's 38 damage already.
Yeah, 38 damage already.
And this is just going to be full on doubled. Not bad. That is 28 extra fire
Plus
damage
48.
from just the crit hit.
Plus 48 from the crit hit as well. So that gets doubled
So
to 22.
11 extra.
No, that gets doubled as well, Cooper.
So, oh no.
Oh goodness.
Okay, so that is. Sorry, I'm hearing the secondary from the Twitch.
Oh, no worries.
16, 20, 28, 40 extra fire damage.
Alrighty, I'm just going to put its hit point total on the stream for them to see. And this golem appears to be fully focused on you now.
Is it just
As it
slowly
should.
turns back to look at you?
Ruby,
I give it a little wave.
it is your turn.
Alright. How far away am I from this thing? Because I'm pretty far back here.
You're 95 feet away from it right now.
Okay, I'm gonna come up within 60 feet of it. Duck behind a thing. Let me see if I can at least.
Okay, so you'd
I
have
don't
to
know if
take
it will-
2 move actions to get to there, and you're within 60 feet of it then.
Okay. How much is my move speed?
I believe it's 30 feet?
Yeah, so I would need to go up 35 feet. Is that it?
Yeah, you would need to go up 30. You would need to have gone up 5, 10. You would need to
Sorry,
have
I'm
gone up
just-
55 feet in total.
55 feet?
Yeah, in total.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I can do that's closer. Okay. And am I able to, because apparently my math skills are dying now, am I able to go so I'm within 60 feet of, who is this? The green token.
That
Here.
would be
That is Chip.
Professor Chip.
Chip. And how far down on this are you?
I am 1, 2, 3.
You're not that far. Okay. I am going to inspire courage on you.
Well, Inspire Courage hits every ally.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
everyone
Oh.
within 60 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, but how many people are within 60 feet if I come up here?
I think that's all of us.
Everyone except for Cypher.
Eh.
I'm
Aw.
sorry.
He can move. He can move on his turn, so.
He can.
But there you go.
All right, I'm going to try to inspire courage and be like, you all are the most beautiful, brave people I have ever met, and I know that you can kick this robot's ass because, god damn it, you're amazing.
Skee-Ball Golem.
That is
I need to
Thank
hear
Thank
that.
you.
You know how many times I've been heard that I'm amazing against Skee-Ball Golems? So many. I don't need it.
Cypher, you're up.
Ray, overhyped, is even more overhyped now. She's
Oh,
like
my God.
Vibrating.
stop shaking,
Oh, God.
vibrating at a capacity that's like almost
I can't
unseeable
stop
to the human
twinkling.
eye.
I
Oh.
So you
cannot
get
stop
a-
twinkling.
+1 status bonus to attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves against fear effects
Nice.
Cypher,
It's a
you're
great spell.
for the round. Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. What's the bonus?
+1 status bonus to attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves against fear effects.
Okay. Attack rolls and damage rolls.
I'm guessing Ray is like that little girl in like the yellow poncho with like the blue stuff, just
Yeah,
super sugar explosion.
Ray reminds me of the platelets from Cells at Work Code Black.
yes.
God.
But
Yes.
Cypher, is your turn.
You
What
said
would
it
you
was
like
my
to
go
do?
now?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of whisper to myself, oh, I see. You don't want people to succeed. And I'm going to clap my hands together, kind of rub them together. They get a little bit of static electricity, and it kind of flows to my hands and my feet. I am going to cast Spider Climb.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
And then I am going to move. I'm not sure if it'll let me this time. Let's see.
I thought I fixed it. It might not. If it doesn't, I will move you.
That's all right. So I'm going to go 5, 10, I believe my movement's still only 30.
Yep.
Yep. So I believe I can get to, if I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, I believe I can get to here if I kind of go around. Because what I would like to do, instead of going on a diagonal, is run along the wall there.
Perfect.
So I am completely horizontal on the wall, just running completely sideways on the wall.
All right, so when we see you in the next Into the Spider-Verse film, we know where it came from.
Yes, you will.
Yes.
Amazing.
And that's going to be my turn, because that's all I can do.
Alrighty, so then in that case, we will go to Nim. It's your turn, Nim.
Nim, bolstered by Ruby's compliments, just says, "Thank you, that's really sweet of you," and casts Searing Light at the golem. How did I do?
So we have Vegeta, Glass, and Sailor Moon.
18
A
will
19?
miss, I'm afraid.
19?
19 will miss as well.
Yeah,
Damn.
19 misses.
Do I wanna do it? I think I'm gonna use a hero point. Why not?
Yeah, if you
Do
want
it,
to.
mama.
Do it.
It's not like you roll a
No, I
critical
do.
failure.
Well,
Well, don't put that in the.
Oh. Yeah,
there we go.
Look at
30
you.
with max damage.
look at you.
Oh, yeah.
For 21 fire damage, do me a favor, Nim, and roll me an additional 4d8.
Would that be 22 with the Bard
It
song?
would be.
Yes, it is.
It would be
22 with the
22.
Bard song.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at those numbers.
Hot diggity damn.
And that's 24 with the Bard song.
It's a
Yo.
very hot diggity damn.
So that's a lot of damage.
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
That's 46 fire damage total?
Yep.
I'd hazard to say you guys are on fire tonight.
Haha! Speaking of fire, Ray, it's your turn.
Our human-shaped fireball.
Yeah, for real.
I want to tackle it.
Okay, now Ray, in order to tackle it, he'll need to do a couple of things. He'll need to get to it.
Oh,
And-
right. I'm really far away.
Unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to get there in a single move action. However, Ray, if you recall, when you leveled up, you got a new ability.
I did.
You did.
What is it?
So
Blazing.
yes. So if you'd like, you can spend one action to get into your stance,
Okay.
and then if you would like, you could spend 2 actions to use your new ability. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
So why don't you read off what Blazing Talon Surge does for the class?
Okay. And let me get my mic real close. You rush forward and latch onto your enemy with talons of hungering fire. Stride once if you end your movement within reach of at least one enemy. You can make a fire talon strike against the enemy that deals an additional 1d4 persistent fire damage. If it hits and deals damage, you can attempt an athletics check to grapple the creature you hit.
And Ray's
Thank you
movement
for this
speed,
Ray
everyone, is
ASMR.
absolutely ridiculous. It's sitting at 55 feet right now, which is enough for Ray to get right up in front of it.
Let's do it.
So Ray, if you can hit your Phoenix Fire Punch for me.
Phoenix.
A 29
Ooh.
will hit.
Hot damn.
So it deals 9 points of fire damage. So do me a favor and roll an additional 4d8 for me.
+1.
Can
Oh,
you do that,
yes,
please?
+1. Thank you.
Can you do that, please?
Oh,
I'm
sure.
on it.
Thank you. God bless me.
Let's go with Will's roll.
You got another 13 fire damage onto it. And now if you'd like, you can
It's
make
actually
an athletics
14.
check. 14.
I can do that.
Oh,
That's a 32 for athletics.
Okay, that's against their Fortitude DC. Their Fortitude DC is a 29, so that is a success. So Ray, you jumped onto this thing. You've have grappled it. It's on fire now, and you're on top of it.
Again, I'm just
incredible.
like,
King of the world.
to the world.
We'll put you on top of it, like right there.
Oh God. It has the face of Ray.
All right, Chip, you're up.
Good for him.
Well, I suppose that was predictable. I'm going to strategically assess this mechanical fiend and then I'm going to try and find a weak spot and put a bullet into it with my my revolver. So I'm going to do a strategic shot at it.
Okay, feel free to fire at will. A 30 will hit.
31 with the Bard
A
Song.
31 will hit, but not crit.
Yeah.
So that'll be 6 normal damage and 11 precision damage.
Alrighty.
Does any of that go through? I can't remember if it has physical.
It has
I didn't ask
some
about
physical resistance. So
Okay.
not all of it goes through, but a good majority of it does.
Well,
All right.
I'm happy with that then. For my third action,
That's actually... Oh, and
I
Althea's
am
giving
just
a
going
hero
to-
point to whoever needs it first.
Incredible.
not me.
We...
I'm just going to do a normal pistol shot for my third action.
Alrighty then.
23 with the Bard Song.
Because of the Bard Song, that hits.
Yay.
I'm gonna claim that hero point.
Alright. And you will deal
Oh, hold
5
on, hold
damage.
on. No. I didn't make that. That's not my second attack roll. Sorry, it doesn't hit.
Oh, alright.
Okay, then maybe you might need that.
No, I'm not going to waste it on it. It was lucky that I got that to begin with. So
Then, this
Yeah, I
one's
know how
going,
you
then
feel.
the golem's going to go. And you know what? They have a number of fabulous targets around them to Skee-Ball volley!
Oh my
oh
god.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Just a reminder, Will, it's going to still take persistent fire damage because
Yes.
once in like 4 sessions, I hit one of my bombs.
It will take it at the end of its
Oh.
turn. And because it has 2 sources of persistent fire damage, it'll take the highest one, which is yours.
Oh, delightful.
So first Skee-Ball shot will be against Chip. 22 to hit.
That will hit. Yes,
Okay, take 13 bludgeoning points of damage for me.
I'm okay with that.
Second Skee-Ball shot will be against you, Lynx.
Okay.
22 to hit.
That will just hit.
Great.
He's
13
found his
points
range.
of bludgeoning damage.
Understood.
Third Skee-Ball shot will be against you, Nim. 22 to hit.
Oh my god. Yeah,
He's
that'll
a robot.
For 14 bludgeoning damage.
do. Uh-huh.
And the last one, it's going to like do like the thing that you do in Minecraft when you fire an arrow straight up, it comes down and hits you, but they're going to try doing that to Ray. Natural 20.
Good luck.
Ouch.
For 23 points of bludgeoning damage, Ray. And,
My AC is 23, so
well, no, it got a 26 to hit
crap,
you.
I'm stupid.
But you'll take 23 points of damage.
Okay, fine.
So, that'll bring you down to like 50 something. And then
Yeah, that's nothing.
its last attack, you know what? It's going to try to punch Cooper in the face.
Yeah, it would.
14.
And
magical
Lynx
punch.
will just nimbly dodge.
Enough. All right, now Lynx.
Ray's sitting there
Roll
yelling
your
at it. You
fire
gotta try
damage
harder than that.
and add 2d6 to it.
It's just a flat 2 persistent damage.
Now add 2d6 to it, so 5 points persistent damage.
Alrighty. Look at my wonderful rolls every fucking time.
Right, and now we'll roll its flat check to see if it's still on fire. It is no longer on
No,
fire.
it is not.
Nope.
And we go to
No,
Lynx's turn.
to be fair, Lynx, your like splash damage in the past has done work.
It has, yeah.
That splash damage has carried.
Just a little. Let's not get carried away with
Y'all are dealing
ourselves.
pretty well with this golem.
Lynx is going to do something he has never had to do before, which is craft on the fly,
Okay.
using infused reagents.
Perfect.
And thanks to field discovery, a level 5 bomber talent, I can craft 3 of one item instead of the usual 2.
Well, I know what you're doing.
Oh,
That's like one more than usual.
haha!
Ah.
Additionally, before I make this,
But that's
next move,
during your daily preparations, Lynx.
Oh, then I just have my inventory wrong. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So
I thought it reset on. Okay, my bad. Sorry. Let me do math real quick.
No worries. So technically, you would have 9. You'd have 6 remaining alchemical fires.
Correct.
Yes. Roll
When
for
you
it.
were listing off its many, many immunities, Was dazzled one of them?
Dazzled was not one of them.
Delightful.
Is dazzled a mental thing? Because it's immune to
Oh, yes,
mental.
but dazzled is mental, so it is immune to it.
Sorry.
Good to know. I would no. As long as I'm playing within the rules, that's totally fine.
That's fair.
Can I impose flat-footed on it?
I mean, you have
riding
6
it.
more of the alchemical fires links.
Right. No, I'm planning to do that. I'm just double checking because I want to get the most out of my mileage.
Fair.
Even though Ray is technically riding it, can I impose flat-footed for her?
Because you make ranged attacks, it doesn't work for you for flat-footed.
Debilitating bomb can impose flat-footed.
Yes,
it's my level 6 talent.
That can impose flat-footed. You just won't. You won't have flat-footed.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
In that case, he's going to do the exact same thing he did last turn, which is unload every single bomb.
Kill it.
Hit, miss.
It's not worth it. Yeah, it's not worth it.
Tell
that to the gold. You're not worth it.
I will say,
Yeah,
Ruby,
actually.
you notice the teenager has run away, so now there are like no other people in this car.
Can I spend a hero
Good to
point
know.
to re-roll attack number 2?
Yes, you can. And that will miss, I'm afraid.
That is okay. Maybe I should just take my goods where I get them.
So,
Here is the hit,
Cool, and now add
which
48.
is 11 total, 48, 11, 24 total.
Okay, and then from the splash damage from... Oh, they'll both critically miss, so never mind.
Yeah, I shouldn't have re-rolled the second one. That's why I thought it wasn't worth it. I believe that's all I can do. I could spend another hero point to roll even worse. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't think it is.
Keep it for your next turn.
Yeah.
Ruby, what you got for me?
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I am also invoking debilitating bomb.
Yep.
It's and
flat-footed.
that'll impose flat-footed.
Okay, so now it effectively has a -2, and you guys have a +1, so that's changed its AC some.
You love to see it.
Oh, did your 19 include Bard Song?
You know what? It didn't.
So that would be a 20.
You have it until my next turn.
Yep, so that would be a 20, and then with the debilitating bomb hitting on your first one, that would flat-foot it, so that would actually hit. So roll your fire damage for that as well.
Okay. You're a kind and gracious DM.
No, I
Bard song.
I needed to go through the steps in my brain. That's my bad.
You're totally fine. Wait, that is the wrong... Ignore the Peshpin grenade that I never use. That is 11, 15, and is it 48 or 2d8?
48.
15, an extra 28 fire damage.
Nice. Okay, and then I apologize, Ruby. It is now your turn.
It's all good. I am going to come up to my full 30 feet, kind of behind this thing.
Yep. Behind the Mario
And what is it?
Kart. Behind the fantasy Mario Kart.
Yes.
Terrible.
Oh, dang. I wish I had known. All right. So I'm going to kind of lean out from around it and shout at this thing and cast Blistering Incentive.
Ooh.
And I'm going to say, "Oh, you beast, I'll so maul you and your ski balls that you shall think the devil is here from hell."
Ooh.
And I have a list of Shakespearean insults in front of me just in case I needed it.
I love that for you.
Question for you, Ruby. Does that
and
have
so-
a mental trait?
Oh no.
I
It
think
doesn't
it might.
say mental.
So blistering incentive. Let me just double
Oh,
check.
a little bit. Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's what I
that
was
would
afraid of.
it would not work on him. Would you like to cast a different spell?
Sure.
Okay.
Curse his lack of brain.
Curses. I have just so few fire spells. That was what I was trying to figure out.
Only
Oh,
had
that's
a
fair.
brain.
It's okay. Let's see. Then could I have stayed where I was?
Yep.
And then I shall inspire courage again and be like, "Go forth ye, fight. And
Just like
I'm
that.
gonna go head towards the trophy case of stuff
Okay.
and see if I can grab a blue dragon head.
Yeah.
I was gonna say someone.
Cypher, you're up.
We're gonna be charged for it.
Great. Great minds think alike. I am going to reach down to my toes and use Fleet Step on myself,
Okay.
which makes me even faster. And I will use my remaining action to go. Let's see.
Look at you stacking buffs on yourself.
40.
It's
Okay,
what God
40.
intended.
According to my calculations, 60 feet should get me right there.
Yep. Boom.
Cool. So I'm just gonna keep running along the wall, and then I'm gonna wave at Ruby.
All right. Nim, you're up.
All right, let's Siren light it again. Wish me luck. Hopefully, roll 20 is kind to me.
You still get a plus
You've
one.
got this, Mama.
Yep, you still have a
All
plus
right,
one, Nim.
all right. Oh,
Would you like to use
You
a hero point to reroll that?
Not
if you
got
have it?
this, Mama.
I don't think I have one.
Fair enough then.
Chat?
Unless because I know chat gave one to like the group earlier, but
I
don't
think
know if
chat
one's
gave
been-
one to Lynx earlier, effectively, because Lynx. you
Yeah,
two
my
gave
bad.
most of it, Right. Yeah. All right. Well, then I'm
Yeah,
afraid that will
no,
miss.
That's
Oh,
that.
good. That's
a
okay.
Oh no,
That's
never
okay.
mind. You just got a
Oh,
hero point.
oh, no.
McKenna.
Oh, okay. Come on, roll 20.
Chat is very good to us.
We can do this.
Wow, wow,
God
wow, wow,
bless chat.
wow, chat.
26.
26.
27
High
with Bardic
damage.
Song. That will hit. Roll your 4d8 of extra damage.
All right, so it's 22 to begin with.
Melt
and
this
then-
sucker.
And then another 12.
It does not look like it is doing all that well.
It shouldn't.
Anything else, Nim?
Thank you, chat. Nope. Well, I guess I do have one more thing I could do. You know what? Let's do a knowledge roll just for fun.
All right,
'cause
Arcana
I
or
don't
crafting?
know if yeah, let's do an Arcana roll real quick. Boop boop be doop. 18?
Boop, boop, beep, boop,
Mm,
boop.
That's good for one question about
19.
it.
How does it do against electrical damage? Even if that damage
it would
is
be completely immune to it.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Yeah.
I mean, could be worse. It could heal it.
Yeah.
Ray, you're up.
All right, let's do this.
All right,
Punch,
this thing is
punch,
flat-footed to
punch.
you.
First of all, can I ask it to DDR dance battle?
The golem does not have the mental capabilities to do that. I'm afraid.
Oh,
Okay, I just wanted to see. Chat was asking.
That is true. They were.
That is true.
I one punch it. Does that count?
Well, you're in your stance, so you would Phoenix Fire punch it if you want to do that one.
Oh, yeah, that one's 25. Let's go with
Even
that
better.
26. Yeah, so that's a 26. Roll me 4d8 fire, or would you like me to?
one. Can you do it, please?
All right, I can do
You
it.
know that I am
This might kill it.
unsuccessful at
I
those
think
rolls.
it might.
It
Oh.
does. Ray, with that final fire strike, you burn the Skee-Ball Golem to ash.
Yes. As I like throw my final like, and it like disintegrates. Can I look at the kid in charge of the tickets and go,
Oh, he's run away.
He's
Oh.
He's
Rad?
gone.
I was gonna intimidate him into giving me the dragon head.
Y'all have the room to yourself. Would you guys like to grab the dragon head?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I
Yeah.
was going to propose
Yeah.
we see if anyone in their rush outside dropped any tickets to see if we can actually legally pay
The-
for it before charging.
The Skee-Ball machine is the Skee-Ball machines that you have beaten to a pulp are just like, instead of blood, it's tickets. There are tickets. just
I will
falling out.
count out the 100,000 tickets.
Out of curiosity, Will, just if I tried to pull out some handy items I had in my thing and make like a paper mache blue dragon head to stick on the wall, how long would that take?
It would take you about an hour.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
All right.
Um,
Ray grabs the dragon head and goes, "Rawr."
And
Along with
as-
the dragon head, is there anything else?
Oh yeah, what else
Yeah,
is there?
anything else
While-
cool?
Like a plasmid?
There's some like magical knickknacks and things. There's a number of like very stale candies that are like these like chocolate candies that are meant to be soft, but they're very hard and tough because they've been sitting in the case for so long. It's basically like your standard arcade memorabilia. There's like a bunch of whistles that you can get.
Ray grabs a handful of whistles and puts it in her pocket.
Perfect. And as you guys are looting,
She's
That's
becoming
Ray
a one-man band.
I just leave the giant stack of tickets.
as you are all looting the arcade, in front of you will appear the hologram that's been kind of following you throughout your adventures on this train. And it'll say, if you
Paying
could,
for it.
the owner of the company would like a word. And it will kind of like hold this door. It will kind of like wave its hand, and like part of the wood floor in this room will turn into a stairwell down into like a sub-compartment of the train. And inside of that room, you will see a variety of basically like large magic tech devices. And with that, we're going to end this week's session.
Oh boy.
Meanwhile, I'm just like,
Horrifying.
this is awkward.
Ray's just holding the dragon.
Because I have been spider climbing this whole time.
Casey, you're going to start with another hero point next session for that game.
Cool, I'm just like,
We didn't even ask to see the manager, and yet
The manager...
Yet we're here to see them.
I'm afraid in this situation, Chip, the house always wins. And yeah,
Yeah,
so...
that's true.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out to this week's episode of The League of Amazing Adventurers. Join us next week for the finale of the train arc.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah. Join us next week for the finale of this arc. We will have Cassandra back by then.
every time you say Cassandra, I think me, because sometimes
Casey?
I've been called that a
Cassandra?
lot. Yeah, one of my old roommates would always call me Cassandra, and so I'm just like, what?
All right. Fair enough. But yeah, so everyone, thank you so much for coming down. We'll go through some announcements again just at the end of the show. Casey, Amy, if you guys want to plug where they can find you on the internet, now is a good time.
Yeah, so you want to go first this time since it's round robin?
Sure.
Woo!
I'm Amy. I'm Amory by the Sea everywhere on the internet. I post stuff mostly on Twitter and
Okay,
YouTube,
okay.
and I'd love to see you.
Oh, fabulous. And Casey, wherever can we find you?
And I have stayed in the same place on the internet this whole time, and I am still Case Crusader on the internet everywhere. And we still host our podcast on Tuesdays. They go up Tuesday mornings at 7 a.m. PST for Talking Nerdy to Me, baby.
A baby.
Alrighty then.
A baby.
And of course, you guys can find all of us on Tabletop Rolls, on YouTube at Tabletop Rolls, on Twitter at Tabletop Rolls, on TikTok at Tabletop Rolls. Come duet it. I'm trying to run a game of D&D on TikTok. So if you guys want to play in a TikTok D&D game where I basically let you choose your own adventure with your character that you pitch to me, duet that video and let's have some fun. Boom, boom, boom. Of course, don't forget to come join us on Friday for the fabulous first episode of our D&D 5e game. Well, the next prologue with Monasia and their character Lucky. Don't forget to come check us out next week for the conclusion of the train arc. And yeah, I think that's about
and
it,
the
unless
Discord.
other people have things they'd like to
Oh
plug.
yeah, the
McKenna?
Discord.
Yeah, plug the Discord again because
Yes.
we are starting
We
a
are
public
launching
Discord that is
our
also
Discord.
launching on Friday.
On Friday, where you can come hang out with us, play games with us, and, you know, have a general good time. Now, tonight, I think we are going to raid PJ over at Nat20 Productions.
Yeah.
Delightful.
So I'm just going to type that into my handy-dandy chat device here.
Dandy notebook.
And everyone, once again, thank you for so much for coming down. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. Give us that sweet, sweet interaction. And if you would like to follow us here, if you don't already, please do. And follow us on our other socials. And we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I'm going to let go.
Okay.
Smile away, boys. Smile away.